next guest, we have Lordip Singh for his new release Ghazal Sangra. Sir, thank you for joining us. Let's talk about your book. Let's talk about your latest Ghazal Sangra. Why don't you tell us something about it?
So this book actually it's a ghazal sangre. So basically it has 101 ghazals. The book is titled Sudo Zia, and this was published this year in March 2022. It is my latest book. So yeah, I mean all the poetry lovers who love ghazals, because I write in multiple languages: English, Hindi, Urdu, and Spanish also.
This one is your first book that is only beloved. So, sir, I also wanted to ask you about the first book, this book. So, tell us something about this one.
So this book actually it came in 2020 March. So it was the time when Corona hit, our planet, and the title of my book, "Death Is My Only Beloved." So I got a lot of people were asking me, why did you choose such a title, and I just had to tell them that I had been working on this for many years, and I did not plan that uh, something like this would happen. So that is all about it, and it also has 101 poems, prose poems. So I would really like if people would go through, because I have a literature background. I have masters in literature, philosophy, and psychology. So uh, I would want people to actually read these, and if they could benefit in some way.
Sir, tell us something like the inspiration. Is there any inspiration and motivation you receive before start writing, like that driving force that gives you start writing immediately?
See, the motivation is life itself. There is no bigger motivation than life. You see things, we feel things, and this is one of the expressions of art. So I chose writing because it is more close to my heart. But I love music, I love painting. I can play a few instruments as well, but I particularly, devoted myself to literature, and particularly to poetry, because I believe that if I could like at least contribute to one genre, then I have at least done something. I have contributed something to literature.
Thank you. So, sir, yeah, this is your second edition, like second publication. How is life after your first book? How was it?
Well, I actually, when the poems reached a certain number, I never actually wrote to publish anything. I knew it was always good whatever I wrote, because of all the reactions I got back then in my college days as well. But then when it reached a certain number, I thought like, why not publish it? And Invincible, because I am born and brought up in Gurgaon, so Invincible, when I talked to them, Mr. Ajay and Mr. Sagar, so they were very helpful, and the journey has been continuing ever since. And yeah, I'm like happy, and the reaction was good, of course. Like every artist, their first work is very special to them, and but once it's published, then you start working on the next book, and then the next book, and then it's a continuous process.
And sir, is there any future plan or is there next project that you are currently working on after this?
Yeah, so I am working on both. Like I write in English, and I write in ghazals also. So the thought decides, my feelings, the thought. If my thought finds an expression that it could be better expressed in ghazal, I choose ghazal as a medium of expression. Otherwise, I write prose poetry. So yeah, I'm planning to my third book will be releasing next year, most probably, and I'm working on it.
Thank you for letting us know about it. And sir, how was your friends and your family's reaction after your first book in English?
Well, they're all happy. Although not all my friends are, more into art and culture. They're more into technology and engineers, and some work on ships. So, but then yes, whenever I recite in our personal gatherings or with family and friends, they all enjoy it, and they want me to promote it more and more. But you know how artists are at times. It's something that trouble most of the artists. So yeah, I'm working on it, but I'm content with whatever I'm doing at the moment.
Get that. Sir, is there any particular audience or age group that you have focused on this group? Like, let's talk about the first one. So, is there any particular reader age group that you have focused, or is there any message for them?
I wouldn't say that, because I actually, it might sound a little, I don't write for the readers actually, I write for myself, and most of the readers, they also find some kind of inclination to read it, and they connect automatically. So there are different kinds of readers and different age groups. So I write poems and everybody could connect to it in their own level and in their own way of understanding life and things. So it's for everybody. There's no such age bar or age group that I associate. Yeah.
So, sir, if anyone want to buy this, if I want to buy this book, where I can find it?
So both of these books, Death is My Only Beloved and the other book, Pseudo-Zia, it's available on Amazon uh, in paperback and in Kindle, both. And other than that, there was a paid display at Crossford bookstore also, and there are other because Invincible has a three-tier, I think, a policy, so they have been promoting the books in other bookstores also. So you can find them there also. But like, yeah, Amazon these days, so the best is to buy from Amazon. Yes.
Sir, like tell us something. Like if your readers and fans wants to connect with you, is there any social media handle so that they can follow and talk to you and connect with you?
Yeah, so I have a Facebook page and an Instagram page with Precise Lawdeep is my user name, so you can search me there. Apart from that, you can also connect with me through, I don't know, people don't write mails these days, but I am like really I'm into it. I really like to connect with mails, so if anybody wants to send me an email, connect me, so they can send me an email, preciselawdeep@gmail.com. And yeah, I'm like looking forward to talk to them and share my views.
Sir, any tips for the first time writer if anyone want to start writing?
Well, actually, if they think that they can write, I mean, they should write. There is no other way. That's the only tip I would like to give them.
Okay, sure. And sir, your book, like cover is very appealing, I must say, and the title, that is the only beloved, and for the Pseudo-Zia. Like, how did you come up with the title?
Actually, both these titles are actually poems from this book. So, Death is My Only Beloved is also one of the poems. So, and there are a lot of poems on death, but not just on death, on life, on everything that goes between. In the preface, I have written that everything that goes between life and death, it contains everything. So, but because it is one of the poems, so I chose the title. The same with the other book. So, Pseudo-Zia. Pseudo-Zia simply means, if we translate in English, it means profit and loss. But then that is not very poetic. But then in the context of Indian languages and Urdu, so it's like all that, whatever we consider loss in our life, it is actually gain. So once you understand this, it is the other way around. So that's why I chose, they were appealing to me, and my sister designed, she's a graphic designer, so she designed both these covers, and there are illustrations also in my English book, 101 illustrations. So anybody is keen on art apart from poetry can also look into it.
So lastly, before we finish with this interview, बस कुछ लाइनें आपके बुक से.
सो जैसे मैं एक दो शेर सुनाता हूँ आपको लेटेस्ट बुक में से. एक मेरा शेर है कि कुछ तो उदास उदास ही पैदा हुए थे हम, कुछ तो उदास उदास ही पैदा हुए थे हम, कुछ इश्क के तजुर्बात भी अच्छे नहीं रहे. और एक शेर है कि बहुत कुछ है छुपाने को इस जहां में, बहुत कुछ है छुपाने को इस जहां में, बताने लायक मगर कुछ भी नहीं है। और इंग्लिश का एक सबसे छोटा पोयम है, 2-3 लाइन का, सबसे शॉर्टेस्ट। वो पोयम ऐसे है कि नाइदर लर्निंग नॉर अनलर्निंग हेल्प्स, बिकॉज आई हैव बीन सीइंग दैट एक बहुत ज़्यादा फोकस दिया जा रहा है अनलर्निंग पे फॉर पास्ट 1 decade। आई हैव बीन सीइंग दैट। सो द पोएम इज़ लाइक नाइदर लर्निंग nor unlearning helps. What helps is the understanding that nothing helps. So once we have that understanding, then the sky is the limit. There is so yeah.
That's a very deep understanding from your lines, I must say. So, sir, thank you so much for joining us and talk about your book, and your lines are very interesting. It seems very appealing, I must say. So, yeah, I really hope you enjoy the rest of the evening over here. Thank you so much for joining.